Today, we're going to break down something called the 1% rule. It's a super simple concept that can totally transform your marketing results, and it's all about achieving those massive goals, not with giant leaps, but with tiny, consistent steps. All right, so let's get right into it, because haven't we all been there? You set these massive, super ambitious goals. We're going to double website traffic this quarter, or let's launch this huge new content campaign. And then what happens? Crickets, nothing. We just stall out, we get stuck. So why? Why does this keep happening? Well, it turns out we fall into what's called the big goal trap. So let's explore the psychology behind this and figure out why these really inspiring, monumental goals so often just lead to, well, inaction. The core of the problem is something called the overwhelm effect. You know that feeling, right? It's like looking at the peak of a mountain from the very bottom. The goal just seems so huge, so far away, that it triggers fear and this kind of decision fatigue before you even take a single step. You've no idea where to even start, so you just don't. See, the problem is our focus is in totally the wrong place. We're staring at the finish line, that giant, life-changing leap, and we completely forget about the simple first step that's right there in front of us. The secret, it turns out, is all about shifting our perspective. So, how do we fix this? Well, the solution is in the power of 1%. Let's take a look at the surprising, almost magical math behind making these tiny little improvements. Okay, so just imagine two different scenarios. In one, you get just 1% better at something every single day for a year. In the other, you get 1% worse. Now, that seems pretty insignificant, doesn't it? I mean, it's a tiny, almost unnoticeable change. But just look at this. If you manage to get just 1% better each day, the compounding effect over a whole year, it's absolutely staggering. You don't just end up, 365% better. No. You end up almost 38 times better than where you started. This right here is the incredible power of compounding. It's not about one heroic effort to transform your marketing overnight. It's about all the small, positive choices you make consistently, day in and day out. Now, let's look at the flip side, because this is just as important. That tiny, seemingly harmless 1% decline each day, it doesn't just set you back a little bit. It compounds negatively, and over a year, you're left with pretty much nothing. The slow fade is just as powerful as the slow build. So the really crucial takeaway here is this. Forget the goal and focus on the system. It's all about building daily habits that automatically move you forward, making success just a natural byproduct of your routine. Okay, so we get the what and the why now, but let's get practical. Let's talk about the how. How do you actually design a system of daily 1% improvements in your own marketing work? The key is all about deconstruction. You take those paralyzing goals and you break them down into laughably small actions. So don't try to create a 30-day content calendar all at once. Nope. Just generate one new content idea today. Don't aim to double your website traffic. Just spend 10 focused minutes on keyword research. That's it. That's your 1%. Now, to make these actions actually stick, we need to understand a little bit about how our brains are wired. We can use this really simple model called the habit loop. See, every single habit, good or bad, has three parts. There's a cue, which is the trigger, the routine, which is the action itself, and a reward, which is what tells your brain, hey, that was good, let's do that again. So how do you engineer a new loop? Well, the cleverest way is to basically hijack a habit you already have. This technique is called habit stacking, and it is brilliant in its simplicity. The formula is just this. After my current habit, I will do my new micro habit. You're literally using the momentum of a behavior you already do to launch a new one. So here's how this could look in practice for you. After you check your emails, which, let's be honest, you already do, you'll spend 5 minutes optimizing an old blog post title. Or after you pour your morning coffee, you'll find just one link-building prospect. You see? You're not trying to find more time, you're just linking actions together. Okay, so you've designed your little micro habit, but the real challenge, as we all know, is consistency. Right? So how do you stick with it day after day? For that, there's another beautifully simple technique. So this is a productivity hack famously credited to the comedian Jerry Seinfeld. And the idea is just so simple. You get a big wall calendar, and every single day you complete your 1% action, you draw this big, satisfying X over that day. After a few days, you'll have a chain. And from that point on, your one job, is to not break the chain. It's so powerful because it taps right into our brain's natural loss aversion. We hate to see that beautiful streak of progress just vanish. And here is a really crucial point. You have to focus on what you can actually control. Did you do your 10 minutes of keyword research? Yes, that gets an X. Don't worry if your traffic didn't magically go up that specific day. You track the action, not the immediate outcome, because it's the action that leads to the results over time. Okay, let's bring all of this home. We've talked about the problem of big goals, the incredible power of small gains, and the systems that make them consistent. Now it's really all about putting it into practice. And the biggest benefits of this whole system aren't always going to show up in your analytics dashboard. You'll gain so much confidence from your consistency, you'll get way better at focused, deep work, you'll build this sustainable momentum, and you'll feel so much less burnout because you're not trying to be a hero every single day. So if there's just one thing you take away from all of this, let it be this. We tend to wildly overestimate the importance of one defining moment, and we totally underestimate the value of making small daily improvements. True, lasting success, it's just the product of your daily habits. Which, of course, brings us to the final and really the most important question of all. Don't think about changing your entire workflow tomorrow. Just think about 1%. What is the one tiny, repeatable action you can start today? What is your first 1% habit?